If you're running paid media for an e-commerce brand and you're trying to figure out how much you should spend on Google Ads, you're probably hoping and wishing and praying for a clean number. A benchmark, a range even, or some sort of neat and tidy number that you can slide into a spreadsheet and then put in front of your finance team to go, hey, look, easy peasy number. You can say yes to this, right? Unfortunately, that is not the world in which we live. And that's not really how Google Ads work. The smarter question you should be asking is this: how much money can Google Ads cost before they stop making financial sense for your business? That's the strategic mindset we're going to talk about today. Now look, I can already hear some of you shouting at your screen. What do you mean we can't just talk about how much Google Ads cost? Why is that too simple of a question to ask? The reason why is that Google Ads don't operate from a pricing perspective like flat media buying, where everyone more or less pays the same from the same static menu. Instead, Google Ads run on auctions, and the pricing can change based on competition, campaign type, bid strategy, search intent, your industry or category, your conversion rate, and whether your account is built to turn traffic into profitable revenue. That means you can have two brands that look exactly the same on the surface, or at least they seem that way, right? Same product category, maybe operating in the same geographic region, who knows? But those two brands, if you kick over the rocks of Google Ads, are operating in two fundamentally different financial realities. For example, one of those brands could be absolutely kicking butt, right? They're capturing high intent branded search, they're converting well, and they're working within healthy margins. They're likely going to be seeing some better pricing with that. But if you take a look at that second brand, they are fighting for their lives, okay? They're dealing with expensive, non-branded clicks in a brutal category with a weaker offer. Maybe they have a softer site experience and a team that still thinks that more traffic, whatever it is and wherever it's coming from, automatically means more growth. So as you can likely tell, those two brands are not having the same Google Ads budgeting discussion. And that's why understanding your business, your needs, where you're positioned, what your strengths are, where your challenges are, that's why that matters to developing your Google Ads budget and understanding what the cost limitations are, right? Those cost limitations that take Google Ads from a profitability engine to something that can cost you quite a bit. Before you rush off to your finance team or grab a calculator or an abacus or counting marbles, before you even try to calculate a single dime of what you think you want to spend with Google Ads, there are 4 things about your business that you need to know stone cold. Your average order value, your gross margin, your conversion rate, and finally, the return profile you actually need from paid media. I promise you, I am not giving you useless homework. Let me give you an example to explain why this information matters. If your average order value is, let's say, $120, and your business can only support a $25 acquisition cost on that first purchase, that matters a whole freaking lot more than any random industry benchmark somebody drops into a meeting or that you read in a blog post about Google Ads costs. Ultimately, at the end of the day, your business's financials, your costs, your margins, that is going to have a huge swing factor in the efficacy and the scope of your Google Ads budget. Your starting budget needs to check 2 boxes. First, it needs to be big enough that you are getting a useful data pull from a large enough sample size, right? If you run a campaign and you only end up getting 50 clicks, that's not going to tell you a whole heck of a lot because that is not a large enough sample size. Now, on the other hand, it also can't be so large that you're torching cash while also calling it a learning experience. If you are new to Google Ads, you should not be going to market with tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, even if you have that in your arsenal. You need to walk that fine line, big enough to gather some benchmark data to understand what it is that you're dealing with, what your opportunities are for your industry, category challenges, ways that you may need to shore up your website or landing pages or copy or creative. That testing, that fertile testing ground, right? But not turning it into a money pit, not throwing everything you have at it and just crossing your little fingies. You gotta be smart. So how do you know when you're actually spending too much on Google Ads? This is a tricky question to answer because it is so deeply subjective. And not only that, too much isn't a number, it's a feeling, right? Because you could have a really hefty budget, a budget that feels big and large and might spook other brands. But to you, it makes sense based on those 4 core business tentpoles we talked about earlier in this video, and also because of the data and the performance, right? That big budget number is not going to feel like a training expense if it's delivering the results and the profits that you're looking for, and you're getting the value out of it that you expect. Or maybe it's exceeding that value, right? When that happens, when we're getting what we want from the money that we're putting in, that's an investment. On the other hand, if everything is going wrong, and either by measurement or by gut feeling, you're not getting what you expect to out of those campaigns on Google Ads, that's when it's going to start to feel like too much. So again, while I cannot tell you a single beautiful happy number that says, this is too much, like $5.25 CPC, that's too much, that doesn't exist. What I can tell you is that you will know it's too much when the economics for your business stop making sense. For example, your ROAS reported, so your return on ad spend, it could look great on paper in that agency slide presentation. But if your margins are saying otherwise, that's a problem. Or if the Google Ads platform looks fat and happy, campaigns are moving, money's running out the door, people are clicking, but your business bank account looks deeply confused and starving, that's another sign you have a budget problem. You likely also have a strategy problem as well. But whenever you have that disconnect between platform performance metrics and what your business's bottom line is actually telling you, that delta is a problem. So yes, keep asking what Google Ads cost. I know you're going to keep asking that question. I'm not going to stop you. All I'm asking you to do is dig a little bit deeper. Ask more questions. What will Google Ads have to cost for it to stop making sense for your business? What are the key 4 metrics of your business that you need to know in order to develop a healthy budget? What starting budget is big enough for you to gather useful testing data to make your campaign smarter without torching through your entire budget? What will it look like for the economics to make sense for you for Google Ads versus when it doesn't? That is the Google Ads cost conversation that's worth having.